Okay, so hello everyone, my name is Jason. I'm a Course in Miracles student and a channeler. And today what I'd like to do is talk about a few things. One of them is about the Christos collective. I want to ask some questions and I thought it would be nice to ask with you guys. The other is about the end of the Kali Yuga, and we're entering the next Yuga or era. And then I wanted to talk a little bit about something else, Tartaria. So those three things I'd like to talk about today, so let's get started. So first of all, nice to see you again and nice to meet you. Now, let's start, with something that I've been experiencing recently. So recently, this past, past Saturday, I went to a friend's concert, and then I had a sound bath. I had a sound bath in the evening, and my sound bath was packed. It was the first time I've ever had a full house for my sound bath. It was nice. And but when I went to my friend's concert, I've been having this recently, this thing where you can see something greater beyond what you see. And so, for example, I was in the concert hall and I was seeing my friend. It was a guitar and violin concert. And the stage was not a big stage, but I started seeing it as much, much bigger and much, much grander. Like this amazing, almost like not a coliseum, but like a cathedral. And just everything became bigger. It was almost like a time warp, a time slip of some sort, where I saw things as they really are. And so this is something that happens to me in my meditation sometimes, where, for example, I'm in my room or you're in your space, and then you close your eyes and you see your real space, and it's much, 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 much bigger. And this is kind of what it's about. And so I think this has something to do with the raising of the frequency. And it also, that relates to, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the concept of Tartaria, but the idea is that there was a grand civilization that built all of those buildings all around, for example, the White House, and all of these European cities that are built of these beautiful stone structures all over the world. And it's pretty much all the same construction technique all over the world. And that this was actually built by one civilization. So it's just a theory. But I've actually been channeling a little bit about that, and it's going to be a small kind of book that I'm working on now. There's a park that's close to my house that has a lot of that architecture, and as I was walking around, I started picking up different spirits there that wanted to communicate, and it's a very interesting thing. And so, I won't go too much into that, but it'll be in a book soon, hopefully sooner than later. But so what I've been getting though is kind of senses of that. So senses of, maybe it's not the Tartaria, but it is the civilization. It is the greatness that we are, the grandness that actually exists. So what we see is only a fraction of what we truly are capable of. And so every once in a while you're able to see beyond that, and it's just this amazing feeling, just this wonderful feeling of just, I'm home, and this is such a beautiful place, and this is such a beautiful thing that's happening, and everyone, the level, the baseline of happiness is much higher. So like the line of happiness that we're in now, maybe it's about like our greatest happiness would be like the baseline, and that's the kind of feeling, just like this grand civilization. And so what I wanted that ties in with this Kali Yuga. So the Kali Yuga, the Yuga is an Indian word Hindu word for era. So the Kali era is ending, and we're entering into a nicer an era of light. And so the Kali Yuga was an era of darkness. And so I wonder, so that's my question to the guides. First of all, explain something about what I saw, and will more and more people be able to see this? And second, does this have something to do with the Kali Yuga ending? So the Kali Yuga, I think, ended last week. It sounds so funny. Yeah, the Kali Yuga, it's been going on for thousands of years, but just ended last week. So anyway, it's funny to me, I guess. All right, so here we go. I'm going to channel about that and see what the guides have to say. So here we go. Greetings, we are Sanatkumara, and we're here, and we're here, and we're here. And this is a wonderful question, and it's a wonderful time for wonderful questions, because wonderful times always ask for wonderful questions. And so what we'd like to say, first of all, about this being, what he is being able to see. Yes, he is being able to see the highest possible perspective of the things that he is able to see. So what he is seeing is the highest possible perspective. So that is what we mean by that, is to say is that if, for example, his concert that he went to, if everyone there started to raise their frequency, then that is what they would see. That is the highest possible outcome for that situation. And so, and more and more of you will start to as you start to come online, you'll start to be able to see that. You'll see things as they are, and then you'll see behind them as they really are. And that is a wonderful part of this ascension process, of truly seeing behind things and seeing the beauty behind things, the beauty of the fact that you are all made of light and love, and that you are capable of creating everything, that this world can be one of the most amazing paradises in the whole universe with your powers. Once you start to deal with those energies, once you start to deal with all of the shadow work, all of the things that you need to work on, and then you deal with that, and then you're able to create without being interfered with by those energies, that you will see that this will become what you might call as a utopian society, because you'll all be doing exactly what you want to do. You'll be in love with yourselves and with everyone and with everything, because you're doing what you love to do, and you're also helping everyone else because you're shining your light. Once you do what you love to do, you shine your light, and that's a very, very very powerful thing, and it can catch on very, very quickly. It's like a wave of emotion that people start to pick up on. And so this is what you'll start to create, and you'll learn how to work with it as it goes on. Once this age begins, so this is, yes, what we're going into is the end of this Kali Yuga, as you call it. It is just a time of experiences, of those types of experiences, of coming through darkness, of learning how to overcome the darkness in yourself and in the world. And it is a very, very powerful and very, very important time. So we would say, yes, that many people might say that we are coming out of a dark ages, and in that sense it is true, but it is a very light age, as you have gone through it, and you have suffered through it, and you have learned how to bring the light to the darkness. And so that is a very powerful thing, to be in that place. But now is the time of the light. Now you have overcome that darkness, and you're coming towards the light, and you are coming to the place where you can create everything. You can create all of your dreams, everything that you've always dreamed about. You can create it. It's right there, and you can do that right now. You have that ability right now. But you'll find, as you become more and more online, as the Earth's frequency rises more and more, it'll become easier and easier and easier, and you'll find this. And so what this being is being shown is that ability. He is seeing glimpses of it, just little glimpses of how amazing it can possibly be. And you all will start to see more and more glimpses of it, and then those glimpses will turn into a reality. And so yes, you are coming into that time, this beautiful, wonderful time, this utopia time, where what you will learn in this time is, first of all, that feeling of utopia, that feeling of being able to create whatever you'd wish, and of shining your light. And also, since you have come through the Kali Yuga as well, what you will also learn is how to keep the light, so that the light does not go out, that it is not extinguished. And this is what has happened throughout many different of these eras, where the light would be shined, and then the light would be extinguished. The light would shine, and then it would be extinguished. But you are learning now how to keep the light going, how to empower that light, how to create the light, and how to keep it going, so that this would be the end of those yugas. This would be the end of that cycle for this earth. And that is what you have learned. And so that is what we would say. And what this being is talking about with this Tartaria, yes, that is another age of light that your earth went through when everything was of light. But then it turned dark again. The lights were turned off. They weren't able to maintain the light, and this was no fault of their own. It was part of the whole structure of this game that you're in, you might say. It was a practice run, you might say. And yes, most of your architecture, most of the beautiful buildings that are built throughout your planet were built during this age. They had very, very powerful abilities of moving things with their mind, of crystal technologies. They weren't working with the digital technologies, they were working with crystal technologies. And yes, this is a very, very, we might say, very interesting topic for all of you to delve into, as it will help you to understand the era that you are moving in at this moment. And that is what we would like to say. We are Sanatkumara. We're very happy to talk with you. Okay. All right. So interesting. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, so maybe this Tartaria book could be like a guidebook. But recently, my Tartaria book, I've just been talking with different people who existed within the Tartarian society, and they're just telling me about a day in their life. So it's nothing too, what's the word, deep or anything like that. It's just really beautiful stories about these beautiful people having these amazing lives and this beautiful society that they were living in. So yes, so that's that. And then the next thing, hold on, I'm going to stop the video a second. Okay, sorry, I had to stop the video. Now I've started it again. The next thing I'd like to talk about is the Christos collective. Now, I've heard of the Christos collective before. The idea is, so Christ, the Course in Miracles, the Christed being, we are all Christ. This idea, I think, is related to the Christos collective. So when... It's hard to explain this, but yeah. So according to the Course in Miracles, that is the idea is that we are all one. So for example, Jesus Christ was a Christ. He became one, and we are all Christ. Once we become one, once we realize that we're all connected, that we are all the sons of God. And I think this is what the Christos collective is. But so I'm not quite sure. And so my questions are, what is it? Are we a part of it? Are starred seeds a part of it as well? Where is it from? Was Christ a part of it? And what about Akhenaten, the pharaoh of Egypt? All right, so here we go. Let's see if we can get all those questions in. Here we go. Greetings. We are that one that you know of as Mary Magdalene. And we decided to come through to talk about this because this is a topic that is very close to our hearts, the Christos collective. Now, what the Christos collective is a very, very special group of souls that have come down to have an experience on your planet Earth. They have had this experience here for the first time here. And the Christos beings are very, very advanced spiritually, very advanced spiritual beings, capable of wondrous things. They are very, very advanced. And for them to decide to come down into the third dimension was quite a feat and quite an experimental thing to do, we might say. It was something that was not necessarily something that people would advise someone to do. It is a very, very advanced thing to do, to come from such a high level and then to come down into the third dimensional earth. But that is what the Christos beings decided to do. And they decided to do this not only for themselves, but also for the universe. You might say, in a sense, that they are sort of the saviors of the universe in that sense, because they came down to bring their spiritual knowledge up through these lower dimensions, and to bring that higher dimensional energy into the lower dimension, and also to help with the ascension of the earth itself as well. And so it is a very, very would say it's a gigantic job that they have taken on. And that is who the Christos Collective are, and that is who you are. You are all a part of this. Now, the idea that you all are also starseeds as well, and that is true. But you also have the Christos seed within you. With all of you have this Christos seed, and this is a very, very, very powerful seed. This is something that we would say is not happening anywhere else in your universe at this moment. This is a very, very powerful time, and you are very, very powerful beings with this Christos seed inside of yourselves. And the way to germinate this seed, the way to make this seed grow, is to understand your oneness and understand that you're one with everything. And the more that you are more at one with this at oneness, the more that your powers will come online, and you will see your ability to spread this light throughout the universe. And this is what all of the other beings from all over the universe are coming here to watch. They're coming here to watch these super humans, these super beings, like your Marvel superheroes, that all of you have these super powers, but you're not aware of them yet. And this, for the rest of the universe, is one of the most interesting stories ever. When will they become aware, and what will happen when all of these powers come online? What an interesting time, because this is the first time that the Christos Collective is truly coming online in this way. This is the first time that they are ascending as a group in this way. And so this is one of the most watched shows of the universe. And yes, Christ, Jesus Christ, as you call him, Yeshua, was also a part of it. And so was Akhenaten and so many different beings throughout your history. See, what it is the seed. And so with Christ, when he came through, with Jesus, with Yeshua, when he came through, he was able to grow and germinate that seed much more. You see, in all of you, it lay dormant for the longest time. And he came to wake up that seed within all of you, wake up that knowledge in all of you that you are a part of this amazing collective, this very, very advanced collective that has come here to save not only your planet, but the whole universe. And that is you. We're talking to you. We're talking to you, all of you. You have this power within you. And now, since that time, there were many light workers, just like Yeshua, that have come in the past, and they have brought more and more of this light, more and more of this seed, germinating the seed, spreading water and sunshine onto this seed, that more and more of you are finally coming online, and you're starting to realize your true powers. And so, yes, you are all a part of this collective, and you're all creating these amazing things, and you'll start to see it more and more. So what we would say to all of you is just to understand how powerful you are, and just to let go, to become one. The more that you do this, you will be given the guidance, and you'll be given the path to follow, to realize your heart's desires, to realize the most beautiful life you could ever have, and then times that by 100, times that by 1,000, more beautiful than anything you could ever imagine. So this is where you are going, and we are very, very happy to be here with you and to share this time with you, because it is a very special time on your planet. We realize that this is such a special time, and you are such special beings to be here in this time with that seed. You are part of this revolution, this light revolution, this changing of this whole era and this ascending of this planet. So this is what we would like to say to you. We are Mary Magdalene. Okay, so all right, so that was all my questions. Yeah, so I think that was all I wanted to say. Yeah, that is it. Okay, so thanks everyone for listening, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.